Hello nerds, today we're going to be testing my sanity. I don't know why, but I've decided to hold this game to a fucking standard. We're gonna go through one quest, and I guess I'm gonna make this a yearly thing, because why the fuck not at this point? Let me just put this right now. I find the game fun. It is an enjoy. It is very fun to explore in this game. The characters are, well, the character design is really, really nice. And I'll admit that the events are varied enough that they can keep things interesting. That doesn't mean that I don't have a gripe about it. I'm sick of this attitude that people have where just because somebody has criticism for something in a game means they hate it. You don't have to like literally everything about a game. You can like something and hate a lot of things that are in it, which is the case with me for this one. Like, as far as games where you unlock characters randomly and can put in money to get more chances, Genshin isn't the worst by far. You don't really need any characters specifically to win, to get through the story, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have issues. And we're gonna be looking at the biggest issue this fucking game has, which is the cutscenes. Cutscenes go on forever. I released a video about this a long time ago. Probably about a year, now that I think about it. Where I just did a quest from start to finish. It was 2 hours, and it was 20 minutes of gameplay. And that's what this video is going to be. It is going to be Genshin Impact without the cutscenes. Now, in order to make this even easier for me to figure out later, the recording for the introduction for this video and the recording for actually doing this quest is going to be 2 separate videos. So, with that in mind, the second that we hit accept quest is the second the timer starts. Alright. Now, we're going to be rushing through this as quickly as possible, and we're already here. Are we done? It's already been 7 minutes. Oh my god. Yeah, the biggest problem is that people tend to say things more than once. Why use 5 words when 50 words will be just fine? Finally. Fucking... Oh, there's a tutorial. Why? Why is there a tutorial? Fuck off.
It's too bad, but we have to...
Yeah, that's great, Paimon. Shut the fuck up. That's great, Paimon. Shut the fuck up. Guess I'll just not say anything. So, we are now at the 24-minute mark. You have no fucking idea. It's really annoying because it just goes on and on and on, and now there's a point where it like goes on a fucking monologue, and then Paimon has the point now, I see you still like the monologues. Like, oh my fucking god, what does any of this have to do with anything? It is unbelievably frustrating. And they added so many quality of life updates, too. It's like you get artifacts upgraded more quickly, characters get upgraded more quickly. Is there a skip button? No. No skip. Writing too good. Alright, so in this half an hour, person wants actress. X-Archon is asked to be actress. X-Archon denies because she doesn't want to do that anymore, but decides to help the show in a different way with artistic direction. And now we're looking for other people. That is half an hour. There is no fucking excuse. There is no fucking excuse for that to take half an hour. What I just explained. Like, 5, maybe 10 minutes tops. The really fun part is that I get to forget every single point I make if I go into a cutscene too soon. And, like, the number of times where someone says something, and then someone says the same thing, and then someone says the same thing, and then Paimon says it, but in an annoying voice, in a really simple way, is ridiculous. I see they've never fixed the dub changes, and they still have starting cutscenes 5 meters away from the previous one. Cool! Okay. They don't put any effort into making voice dub match mouth movements either. I'm sure that it was, like, perfect in the Chinese dub, but the American branch does not want to give a shit about that. That's, like, a very minor nitpick compared to the other problems I have with the game, but it's still worth mentioning. 43 minutes? Jesus fucking Christ. Girl feels sad for herself. Girl, unloads heavy topics. Girl wastes time. So now that the story is like fucking... There's... My mouse shut off. We're at an hour now. We're at a fucking hour! The story's set up before. There's a director. Director is dead. Director is very obviously Farina. It's very fucking obviously Farina. Like, it's not even really trying to hide it. It's very fucking obviously her. I was gonna say, there were like several times during that one cutscene when I thought, oh, it's obviously her, I should say something now so nobody says I'm bullshitting. And then I remembered, no, it's gonna drag its feet through the entire cutscene and it's not gonna get to that point yet. It's not gonna get to that point yet because that's what the game does. Oh, I almost got to it before she was done talking. That cutscene could have ended for... Oh, and the frames are dying! The frames are dying! Why? That cutscene could have ended 4 sentences earlier than it did. Paimon should... You know what? I have to turn off Chrome. I need to remember that Chrome eats a lot of... Oh, there's more enemies. Good. I need to remember that Chrome eats up a lot of memory for no good reason. Shut the fuck up, please.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
The director is dead because I made a big mistake. Wah! I am so done. You don't understand. I am so fucking done. I don't know how much gameplay is in this video by now. I will be shocked if it is 10 minutes. I will be fucking shocked if it is 10 minutes right now. Maybe there will be more. Because if I remember the last one, there's like no gameplay until like the last third. My Switch is starting to run out of energy. You know, I'm just giving this the amount of attention that I feel it deserves. Maybe director, not her. Maybe director, actually somebody else, but closely related to her. Farina is involved somehow. That much is fucking obvious. Writing bad. Writing very bad. That's all I have to say at this point. Writing bad. Why do I have to be in France anyways? Disgusting. I just have a habit of alt-tabbing out of the game anytime it gets to a loading screen so I can do something else with my time. Yeah, animating all of that would have been difficult. Alright, so what are we doing now? We are officially at the 1 hour 15 minute mark. Alright, that's just 210 meters, fuck off. At least there isn't a different quest this time that is randomly popping up and accidentally causing me to go somewhere else. And I'm also happy that there isn't a different quest that I just randomly walk into.
Looks like I guessed right.
Didn't ask, but okay.
You were just
guessing! So I'm starting to think that her being the person that this stupid play is about is not supposed to be a big twist. I think that just shows how little attention I pay to the story in this game now. It's not like I don't want to, but fuck, is the writing boring as shit? I will open the door by latching onto it and drilling in.
All right, calm down. Don't be mad.
I thought that was fucking done! Yeah, this is the part where it feels like it should be at the end, but we're still going for some reason. It's my favorite part of every quest. Look, when the game actually has animation, actual fucking animation, it can be enjoyable. But that is so fucking rare. To be continued. Okay, is that it then? Is that in? Then we're done at 1 hour and 42 minutes. It's like 15 minutes shorter than the other one. Still annoying as shit. At least the other one had a dungeon to go through, though? It's like all the gameplay in this one is here's 7 slimes. Kill them. Just kill them. Asshole. So, let's see. To summarize everything. People want to put on a play. Person doesn't want to do the acting. Person don't want to do the acting. But upon hearing that you have a sad backstory. Okay, I'll help, but not as acting. And then, oh, the main actress has an illness. It's flaring up. Oh, I didn't want to do the acting, but now I will do the acting. The end. I suppose if we want to get into technicalities, I don't know if it is better or worse than Sumeru's was. All I know is I am bored out of my mind. And if I wasn't playing fucking Torchlight, I would have probably strangled myself to death. Just so something interesting would happen. Anywho, let's get to the final results before I forget again. So, how much time did we have actually playing the game? Oh. Oh, that's awful. Oh, good lord. Now, people have explained to me that, well, why are you surprised that there's so much story in a game that came from a company well known for their well-written stories? First off, they're not well-written. Fuck off. They just aren't. I suppose if you've never read a book in your life, then it might seem like fucking Shakespeare. It is not well-written. There is literally no reason for an exposition after every somewhat related sentence. Every time Paimon spoke after someone else, I just went, yep, thanks for explaining that. You know me, the brain-dead child. And I was like, well, it's a casual game. I've played casual games that had good storytelling. Being a casual game does not excuse being bad. It does not excuse having these kinds of flaws, having these kinds of problems that really should not be in a game that comes from a company that's supposed to be well known for writing! But this is normal. You know when I played Honkai Star Rail? You know how I complained about the dialogue? Yep. MiHoYo doesn't need to learn a thing, because people fork money over anyways. And it baffles me that they put so many quality of life... You know what? I'm actually going to show this off real quick. It baffles me that this game has had so many quality of life things added to it recently. Enhance the next tier. You can just enhance something to the next tier. It'll pick everything that you need for that, which tier is up to +4. I don't have enough stuff. I didn't have enough stuff for the next tier. But here's the next tier. Energy recharge. You used to get a big thing that just took up space on the screen for no reason. That's gone now. Now we just go to the next tier. Enhance. You have to do it more than once because they only let you put in... they only let you put on 15 things, but it's still better than it was. It's still better than it was. And it does this for artifacts, it does this for weapons, it does this for characters. A good number of things have been made easier. Skipping cutscenes? No! No skip cutscene! Skip cutscene bad! This wasn't here before. It is now. Well, they got rid of some unnecessary clutter and made the entire menu easier to go through when you're doing things. Is there a skip cutscene button? No. No. We put too much effort writing the same sentence 30 different times for you to skip on any of them. And our lovingly crafted cutscenes, which definitely had effort put into them. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, me? It's always fun to do this. This is the most fun part. Me looking confused as to why there's another me. This has been Technature. if you, again, I said this before. It's okay to have problems with the game that you like. I had to go through this whole thing with Eco when I gave my criticisms on some things on that one. I still like the game. Eco is still a fantastic.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would
I don't know why Fiorina did that. You can have problems with certain things about a game, and no game is perfect. But some games are less perfect than others, and holy shit, Genshin! There are things that need to be done that MiHoYo seems to really not want to do. Anyways, until the next time I feel like ranting about this or Dead by Daylight for whatever reason, I will see you later.
Shortly after you left, the troop's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believes that she's healthy enough to perform.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Excuse
Hey, how
What the
did you...
fuck was that?
I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list. All right, I'm coming. No need to drag me.
That would take too much effort to animate.
An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time. Take, for example, how this
Oh
trip
my
finds
god,
other
what
late
does this
director.
have to do with
Things such as this
anything?
make a witness more likely to unleash a tirade of... Yeah, I can tell people are watching me.
Yeah, no, it's not waiting on me.
I'm sure... I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll. And here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
Used to it.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
Sorry. The boy
It's
is not
funny
a bad
because he's
character,
fat.
actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines, too. Like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little
Even though he
Oceanid.
doesn't look fat.
If you be... Because... Well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with Aurelie.
What? You kept that one quiet.
She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she never considered us as potential romantic partners.
Get fucked.
Not...
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean? You were afraid?
Dramatic zoom.
This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her. How could you?
Dramatic zoom!
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage.
Oh, do they actually have
By
unique
which
animation
I, of
for
course,
fucking
mean
once?
the
Yeah, you're right, Genshin. This would have been too much to actually, animate. Oh, is her illness
Everyone's
gonna
really
pop up?
throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time.
Her illness flares up. We can't
If
do the
only-
show! I must have to do it! It's the twist no one will see coming!
Why does it have to be now?
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now. Oh no, not again.
Wow, I called it
But why?
fucking
What about your
immediately!
new meds?
Cool!
Did they stop working?
You, Miss Farina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Never mind. What's
It's
done
the
is
twist
done.
no one saw
It's really
coming.
my own fault for...
What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
Why is this important now?
It's her
Is it just me?
Who was that lady Farina on the stage just now?
How long has she been up there?
Ah, you're back.
Hey, fatty.
That's wonderful. I'm so
Who's giving
sorry
me a
I can't
fucking
see
join
you
request
here.
now?
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
Gee,
I don't know
thanks,
what you're talking
Paimon. I
about.
never would have figured that out on my
You
own.
Never stop arguing with
As
each
you know,
other.
I have the mind of a 3-year-old. I don't know how she can be
Any
both the dumbest
plans for the
character
next
in the
step?
game and Captain
After
Obvious.
the